sticky ginger cake, which is a popular choice in Lalande, especially with Stephanie. There's ground ginger, ground nutmeg, black treacle, golden syrup, dark brown sugar, plain flour, bicarbonate of soda, milk, butter, baking powder, and I couldn't get fresh ginger, and I had this in the press, so it'll work just as well. So I'm just going to get my ingredients ready now that I have to put into the saucepan. A tip to getting golden syrup and treacle out of the tin: I open the lids on the tin and I put them into the oven when the oven's preheating. And then I also get a cup of boiling water and put my spoon into the boiling water and then dip it into the syrup or the treacle, and it comes out with less mess than if I didn't go through that procedure. I have the golden syrup, treacle, sugar and butter in the pan, and I'm going to let this melt down under a medium heat, stirring all the time. You can't leave it or it'll catch on the bottom, and I don't want it to boil. So all the sugars and syrups are melted and they've come together. That's my cordial on in the background as well. I'm multitasking today. I've added my ginger to this mix, and now I'm going to add the flowers and the dried spices. I've added my ginger puree to the sugar mix, and now I'm going to add the flour with the dried spices. This is the mix now with the flour, and now I'm gradually going to add my 2 eggs. I have double lined a 9-inch round tin. I have the last ingredients to go in is the milk, and I'm going to put a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda into the milk and then add it to my mix. You could use 2 loaf tins or whatever shape of tins or combination you wanted to do. You could even make muffins with this as well. Obviously with the muffins, you'll reduce the cooking time greatly. I'm going to put this into a preheated oven at 180, and I'll drop it to 160, and it'll take about 1 hour, but of course I'll check it in between times. This is the consistency you're after whenever the bicarbonate of soda and the milk are added. It's important to get it into the oven right away when the bread soda is active. So you don't want it sitting around, so make sure that you have your oven preheated. And as I said, you drop it to 160. Otherwise it's going to burn on you, so you must drop it to 160. And if you have a very hot oven, you might even want to go lower than that. I also, after 40 minutes, turn it round as well, just to make sure that I have got an even bake. This is it, ready for the oven. I have the ginger cake just out of the oven and slightly cooled. Nice colour, good and moist cake.